Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and this time we're actually going to be playing Fortnite today. And I know we all hate planes. They were just terrible. But in creative they can actually be very useful. And if you want to play custom maps using planes, I will show you how to win every time with them. So first off, I'm going to be using this obstacle course to show you a few things you can do. If you use the mouse or the WASD keys to move, you don't really turn that hard. And that makes you very slow unless you use boost. And you can also go up and down, but it's very slow. So let me just demonstrate over here what happens if I try and use it to go around these trees. I bump into the tree. But here's a trick. You can use the roll keys to basically knife edge, like this. I kind of hit the tree there because that was a very sharp turn. But watch this. You can use them to turn much harder and get through obstacles much more easy. And I would like to show you something else on this course. If I come over here and I go under the trees, you'll see it takes a longer time to get to those hay bales over there than if I went over them. I'll show you why in a moment. Now you can look back in the video and see how long it took me to do that, but let's quickly get back over to the trees. So I started right there. So that's where I'm going to start again. Let's knife edge to get back around. So what this time I'm going to do is go over. So I go over the trees, and then I go straight down, gaining high speed, and then go here. You can see that that didn't take me as long because of one thing, gravity. The reason planes go faster like that is because nosedives, gravity pulls it down and that accelerates your plane. And I'll show you something to go even faster. If I go up, hitting the W key, then hit S to flatten out, and then I hit X to invert and go down. It's a little awkward flying inverted, but it has the potential to make me run into a tree, and also it makes you have the potential to go faster. So let me first just get a new plane real quick. I'm just gonna jump cut. Okay, I meant to get a new plane, but I actually just got an old one. But let me show you something again with these towers. So I'm going to do that thing again to where I did this. You can see it's a little, it goes much faster than just doing this on them. Well, not much faster, it just goes faster. But there's something you can do to make it go even better. You use the invert to do this. You go over it so that you gain speed by having higher altitude. And if you didn't know what altitude meant, altitude means height. So if I nosedive like this, look how fast I'm going. The fastest way to fly with this plane is to first go up really high and then nosedive down while boosting. That is the fastest you will ever get while flying a plane in Fortnite. If you're flying up, it's the exact opposite. It's the slowest you will ever get while flying a plane in Fortnite. Except for if you hit something. So, yeah. I like to do the invert roll and go down like that because it makes it harder. Well, if you're in a plane and you're fighting a person on the ground, stay like this. But if you're fighting a person who's in a plane in the air, do this because they're going to expect for you to be on top and they can hit you easier. But when you're down like this, it's harder for them to hit you. And you can still fire. Also, be mindful the plane's its cooldown isn't that long, but you can only shoot for 6 seconds at a time. Whoa! Well, that's what I get for rolling. See, I told you that invert rolling like this over the towers, it does a better job than doing this. And it does a way better job than just doing this with the mouse or hitting D or A. So W, if you hold W, it makes you go in the air. And if you hold S, it does the opposite. It makes you nosedive. Sorry, I just like to shoot every now and then. Now, one thing you can do is get high in the air, and then you roll and use the free look. It can make you get huge views. It can help you see any other planes around. And you can still fire while free looking, which makes you have a huge advantage. And a lot of people don't really know how to use the air brake, which I have it as left shift. So if I do this, I air brake, which is basically you pull power or slow down. And if you want to, say if I'm hitting, let me find something that's isolated. If I'm hitting that tree over there, you can see if I fire like this, there's a low chance I'm actually going to hit it. But if I fire like this, look, that rock right there, it's hard for me to hit. But if I pull power and slow down, you saw I hit every single one of those shots. So that's why it's very useful. And if you want to turn around quickly, you get high in the air, you invert roll and hold S. It's a little crazy whenever you turn back around, when you flip right side up, but it's worth it. And another thing is, if you're caught between trees, oh, come on. Get rid of that plane. Go back. If you're caught in trees and you're trying to fly, which it's never good to get caught in anything with one of these planes. Just telling you that right now. It's never good to get caught in anything with these planes because they're so annoying to get it out of it. Just because of how complex the design of these are. If you're flying through trees, you do not, and I mean do not want to use the invert roll at all unless you're above the trees. Actually, if you're above the trees, you just want to stay flat. And something really cool, is if you go really high up, not high enough to hit the border in this game, and you go down, look how fast you go. You go super fast when you go down like that. you want to use the invert roll and the regular rolls as much as possible. And something really cool you can do is if you hold one of the, if you keep doing this with one of the rolls, you keep doing barrel rolls. If you keep spamming one roll, it keeps doing barrel rolls. And this is really good to dodge enemy shots. And sadly, the planes do not have the one thing that other vehicles can have on them. I did not mean to exit my plane. I meant to stay on the wing. If I stay on my wing, if I go to consumables and the shield bubble, the problem is I cannot throw a shield bubble at my plane. It just falls off. Even if I throw it in front of me. And if I hit the border, it goes away. There is something you can do with it that's very useful. Let me just first get my speed back up. Keep hitting it too much. Nope. There we go. Back speed. It's that you can still do this. If I go back. This. No. How did it blow up? Okay. Back to my plane. What you can do is you can drop like dynamite down on the ground. And the thing is, if you're high enough, it detonates as soon as you get there. Thing is, you can't fly too high because your plane's gonna stall. Or, in my case, you hit the border. Yeah, if you fly too high with one of the planes, you stall. Now, the one thing that does not apply, well, there's a few things that do not apply in real life to Fortnite, but in real life, planes, if you're above clouds in real life, or when you're really high in the air and you're flying, you go faster. But that doesn't happen in Fortnite. No matter how high you fly in Fortnite with a Stormwing, you do not go any faster. So those were my tips of flying like a pro. And yeah, that's how you fly like a pro in Fortnite with the X-Force Stormwing. Helicopter videos, I might, actually I don't even think they're in the game anymore, I don't know. But if they are, I will do a video on those later. Bye! Okay, coming in for a quick knife edge.